Hello everyone, welcome to the final single spell. Single spell. Thanks everyone for showing up again. 17 people. It's nice to see everyone. Yeah, this is like usual tournament where everyone plays a single game against each opponent, but this time trying out the Swiss format. We'll see how it is. So yeah, it'll base your matchups based on how you've done so far. Although since there are a lot of games in the end, you might get some harder or I guess easier games depending on which I run in the end. But yeah, in like the middle it should be fair games, I hope. Yeah, it might also not be 14 rounds like challenge is telling me that it might end in 12 depending on the pairings, but yeah, it's 12 to 14. Yeah, 2 games will be on stream each round. And yeah, I think that's about it. Let me turn on the sound as well. Okay. Yeah. There's also a second lobby. If you can't find your opponent, then you can look in second lobby. And yeah, I guess I'll call out the first round of games then, which will be on stream. Let's see here. We'll have, I guess, Telika versus RedAlice. And I guess I gotta keep up the tradition of having Fally on stream first game. I think I'll have to do it on Discord as well. Okay, it's done now. And yeah, if you're not on stream, then could go to the other lobby maybe, since I think RedAlice might not fit in here maybe. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, since the Swiss format seeding is like this, I think the first round, like first maybe 1 or 2 rounds, might not be like as fairly matched, but yeah, after that it should be like hopefully people get matched with around their skill level. Should be interesting to see. See if it makes the format better or worse. I'm assuming this will be a Lich and Sun maybe? Oh, RedAlice maybe might go for food instead. Yeah. Oh, Sun Mirror, okay. interesting. Telika not getting the blue sun. RedAlice pushed into a corner immediately, managed to get out without taking a hit. Both taking one hit at the start now. I think this matchup is really like, I mean, pushing the other into a corner, like positional really, yeah. Like most mirrors I guess, but yeah, especially like Sun, it is really about just cornering your opponent. Otherwise, like it's easier to make them not have any ways to dodge when they're in the corner. Yeah, currently Telika having a lead, it's also still taking hits. Telika does take the first card. RedAlice kinda putting themselves in a corner, which yeah, doesn't work out too well. I mean, as long as you're not under too much pressure, it can be fine, since now you can kinda see the abilities coming from afar. But if the other sun gets close, then it can be a bit dangerous. Yeah, Telika does take that one. Then we have Tommy and Tree Feather. Tree Feather is not Frost. Let's see what's coming here. Oh, going for the depth. That's also a signature pick of Tree Feather, I would say, so might be a massacre here, but we'll see. Tammy's Hood is also pretty good, but yeah, Tree Feather is really good on the depth. Seems that Jay is currently just playing around the edges, waiting for the walls to get smaller, which is a good strategy against Hood. It's Hood does thrive in the larger arenas. Smaller ones doesn't have as much offense as other characters. Jay taking the first hit, but the situation might get a lot worse for them even the walls are smaller. Yeah, as the walls get smaller, Depth's abilities cover more of the screen, which I mean, yeah, makes the offense a lot deadlier. Shotgun barely reaching their max range. Another shotgun to punish them is crossing over. Yeah, Jellycat is just so good in this matchup. I mean, obviously Jellycat is always good, but yeah, just can treat every piece of Hood's offense and just walk through it, which is really nice to have. me dodging the shotgun this time, but the Wide is still hard to dodge in close range. Yeah, Depth's melee range can be deceptively deadly, I suppose. So the Wides are very, I mean, not completely unpredictable, but hard to predict in close range, and yeah, with shotgun as well. Nice shotgun. Damage just not having many places to move here in this small box now. Okay, better let's take it. Okay, then we have round 2. The matchup should be up in a moment. It'll take a moment since the Swiss system based on the last games. Okay, can have. What do we have here? Could have Vice versus Bob, and maybe u-RYO versus Vulture on stream. No Snowfur snake. Vice has transformed into this. Okay. Yep. A storm mirror. Okay. And both of these players are pretty good at playing storm. Vice really going for the White, it seems, hoping that Bob falls into them. Then yeah, when you do use a basic, then Bob is not ready for it, which is a nice strategy there. Conditioning the opponent in dodging White and then going for one basic can be a good strategy. It seems that this mirror is really about going in for melees instead of like calling, which is usually Storm strategy. Which makes this a lot different from other Storm matchups. He's dancing on the clone there. And Vice takes it. Or Snake, I suppose. Okay, now we have Watcher and Ryo. I don't think that name will fit in my overlay, I just put Ryo. u-RYO-nium, the final boom. I see. Okay, Watcher up in a moment. Can wait for a little bit. Yeah. Okay, ready now? Assuming this will be a hood mirror, but not completely sure. Okay, I did a hood mirror. Grey hood and green hood. Both players choosing to stand far away from the other one. Now Watcher going in for melee, but not getting any hits yet. As much as I watched this matchup, I still like it's a bit hard to follow sometimes, since yeah, I mean, I think Hood is already a lot of like getting in the other person's head with a bunch of moves, obviously, like covering the screen and going for hoping that the opponent gets overwhelmed. So yeah, if there's two Hoods on the screen, then I'm very overwhelmed. But Watcher does take the first card. Seems that neither is really going in for the melee that much. Mostly just using the full charge kunais and hoping to close the gaps with the basics. Also, it seems that whites are pretty doing a lot of damage in this matchup, since you're looking at their opponent a lot of the time, I suppose. I think you would this matchup, so sometimes forget to look at yourself and take a stray white, which don't notice has appeared. u-RYO is kinda keeping Watcher in a corner, but okay, not anymore. Yeah, as it was with the Sun Mirror as well, I think this this mirror as well is a lot about controlling the space, keeping the other in the corner, and RYO does win this one. Okay, round 3 matches should be up in a second. Okay, can have Guago versus Ink and Fally versus J. Honestly. Oh, I think Guago left. Have to Discord maybe. Oh, sorry, Guago. Oh my god. How did I mess that up? Okay. Must be too tired. Yeah, okay. That's my bad. Oh, and the game crashed. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. There we go. At least you got the crash out of the way early this time. Hopefully it won't happen again. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can fix this. Wonder what's causing this. I hope that everything works now. If it doesn't, I don't know what I'll do. Since I've pretty much tried everything, I think. Should make it better, but yeah. Okay. Hopefully it's fixed now. So yeah, Storm against Depth. It is I think notoriously bad matchup for Depth since when Storm is hard to checkmate. I don't know the specifics really, but yeah, I know that pretty sure that Depth players complain about this one usually. Getting a nice wall, and Telika almost saving Guago, but not quite. Yeah, Telika also not deleting the walls is pretty hard for Depth, since has to just hope for the invulnerability to be enough, but as you can see here, sometimes it isn't. Yeah, depth might have to be a bit more proactive with taking space here, since it seems the Guago is getting stuck in corners a lot. Yeah, obviously, if you do get that pushback, then Storm has a field day with making walls on you. Yeah, I think it does take that one. Then you have Fally and Jay. Okay. Rotoria single spell matchup between these two. If I remember correctly, I think Jay Feather might have won last time, but yeah. At least recently, yeah. Some one time. This time Fally going for the hood. Jay Feather on depth. That we saw this matchup earlier as well. Yeah, depth does kinda just have to wait the screen to get a little smaller. Otherwise, hood just has the advantage mostly. Fally is doing a good job at pressuring Jay Feather. Already down to 1 heart. Those like almost fully charged basics are really good against slower characters, I think, like Lich and Depth. Since like yeah, they don't have as much movement speed, so you really have to be decisive if you can get out of it or not. And if you decide that you don't, then you have to dodge perfectly to not to find the small gap there. So I think that I mean yeah, as the characters get slower, the more charged basics get better on Hood. Especially in like pretty close range. This time Jay Feather managing to make it to smaller screen, only losing 1 heart on the way. See if manages to build up an offense here now. That's a nice shotgun, barely not in the dead zone. Yeah, also against depth, it's important to control which way the basics are going by controlling where you are relative to depth, like controlling the aim arrow. You can see Fally doing here, like getting close to Jay Feather so the aim arrow gets messed up, and yeah, so Jay Feather doesn't get good basics in the middle of the screen. Jay Feather managing to survive the corner. See if he can counter attack now. Fally barely getting caught in the shotgun there, I think. Both down to 1 heart. Shotgun missing barely. Oh god. Fally does take it. Oh, oops. Okay. Yeah. Next we can have Moth and evin and Shadowpelt versus Wheelchair. I think Shadowpelt and Wheelchair in the other lobby, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Is the Frost against Lich matchup, which is yeah, I think one time I saw it described as annoying for both sides, which yeah, I think is pretty true, since yeah, Frost has a hard time getting close to Lich usually, and Lich has a tough time dodging Frost's basics with the slow movement speed. Evin kind of stuck in a corner here, which is not the best. It's, Frost can slowly just close in, take the space away from Lich. Evin is doing a good job at dodging the basics mostly, but yeah, I usually do have to just go for some riskier, I guess, forward movements, otherwise you'll just get pushed back slowly. As we can see here, Moth really keeping Evin on the edge of the screen, which is not the best since yeah, you have to put flowers in bad positions and can't really get any offense going. Now we have Shadowpelt and Witcher. Where did Witcher go? Okay. Okay. What's going on? Okay. I guess we'll wait a moment. Not sure what's going on here. lobby like. I think it should be fine. I don't know. Okay. We have a Hood against Frost, which is a pretty interesting matchup. Frost usually wants to stay defensive, I think. I mean, especially if you're against the aggressive Wyrm like Shadowpelt, I think. Though you can also go for some like offensive plays to bait on Fire. Then if you have the advantage with like you have stun wave and Wyrm doesn't have Fire, then you can go for some more offensive plays. Yeah, usually I just want to stay defensive and use basics and wait for Wyrm to approach you, I think. The Shadowpelt is aware that Frost can be kind of dangerous up close, playing a bit more defensive than maybe usual. I mean, yeah, also the basics does take some movement, so you can't spam abilities all the time as well. BG managed to get the guard. Yeah, the strategy of wheelchair that like using basics middle of the screen is pretty effective against Wyrm. It's, yeah, it's hard for Wyrm to stop Frost from doing that. Oh, no fire has been baited out, maybe wheelchair can go for something but takes hit instead. Shadowpelt does take the second card, it's down to the last one. Both playing kind of defensively right now, not wanting to make a mistake this early in the round. Yeah, the lasers, divides are still pretty good against Frost, I think. They also get hit by that quite a lot. So yeah, if Frost is using basic a lot, then I mean, yeah, movement speed is quite slow, so the laser white combo can work from pretty far. Wheelchair down to last card, Shadowpelt still up hard. Now both down to 1. When Shadowpelt does go on the aggressive end, gets the final hit. That's a really close game, yeah. It's fun to watch. Okay, round 5 should be up in a moment. Yep. Can have Hope versus Telika, and Axem versus Jay on stream. Ping on Discord as well. Hopefully we'll have them joining. I think the lobby might be... I don't think it's full. Can have... I think they might be able to join. Okay, have Telika joining now. Okay, Bob going for depth this time, despite being named BobTheBobbitStorm. Telika on Sun. I have played a bit of depth, and I do think this is a bit of a weird matchup, since it's hard to like get into right positions when Sun is filling the screen with whites and basics. It's hard to checkmate if you can't get into this place you want to be. We'll see how Bob handles it. Telika going in for the melee, which yeah, can be good. Depth movement speed is pretty slow, so it's hard to get out of the request combos. yeah, shotgun also is very hard to use in this matchup, I've noticed, since Sun can punish you anytime she sees you going for it. So usually you can't go for more than one. But melee can also be good with the basic game. Oh no, Bob stuck in a corner. Yeah. Okay, then AxemJinx. Haven't had Axem on single spell stream yet, I think. Should be interesting, I think. Yep. A depth mirror, okay. Interesting to see. Wasn't aware that Axem plays depth. I know the Chase plays quite a lot, but okay. This is a very fun matchup to watch, but don't have much to offer as commentary. So yeah, I think this is mostly just like trading resources, yeah. Shotgun and Jellycat. Like whoever has more of them usually has the advantage, but yeah, they can cancel each other out. Axem not quite getting the checkmate there. Now J-Feather having a bit of a better position, I think. But shotgun does get the heart of J-Feather. Getting one right back though. I think that mostly the hits will come from shotguns in this matchup, it seems. Since, like usually, yeah, you're moving around enough as depths to not get checkmated by the basic. just comes down to like who can find either a max range shotgun or like a surprising shotgun. It's not expecting to, I guess, them to use it. This time, yeah, JFeather does manage to barely cut off Axem's rotation with the basic, which does happen a lot more in smaller walls. And fortunately standing in the basic. Axem starting to make a comeback, but not quite there. Okay, can have the next matchups up in a moment. Have to wait for challenge to do the magic. Okay. And Shadowpelt versus RedAlice. Can check if RedAlice is here, and okay, I think they should be fine with the stream game. Don't have to say Discord, I think. I'm a Hood against Frost. Okay. Okay, we're not going for the Lich this time. Which, yeah, as we saw, it can be pretty annoying to play Lich against Frost. So yeah, understandable. Neither going really for the melee right now. Just using basics from afar, which can be a good strategy as to get some first hits in the round. Especially at like yeah, not expert levels where people do get hit by basics more. Just yeah, random basics from afar. Yeah. I mean, I can say from a Frost perspective that he's usually just like more comfortable to use basics from far away. So going for the melee can be more optimal, but it is a lot more dangerous. So if you don't have to go for it, then you can opt not to. But right now, Evin does take the first card, so maybe Wheelchair has to change something up. Since food can be hard to approach without like good movement. Yeah, unfortunately, wheelchair not getting close enough. Okay, and then we have Shadowpelt and RedAlice. Yeah, I think that so far the Swiss format has been pretty nice. We gotten some good matches right now. You can see how it goes more down the line, and everyone has played against ones around their skill level, so they might get more uneven as time goes on, but right now it seems to be going pretty well, I think. Okay, Wyrm against Lich. This is... I mean, I think it's pretty good for Lich. I mean, it does require some good movement. You can see RedAlice is saving a flower for the nullifier, which is a decent strategy. You are sacrificing some area control, but I mean, yeah, it's good to keep it as defensive tool as well. The butterflies are seemingly do enough to get some hearts of Shadowpelt. Use the flower to get the final hit. It's a nice way to use it. I personally prefer to still use flower and like just play far enough away from Wyrm that doesn't get to go for no fire. But yeah, this is also a fine strategy. Oh, unless you mistime it, okay. Yeah, might not be the best then. Yeah, happens. I've also had it happen that I keep flower, and then when the no fire does come eventually, I wasn't expecting it, so I don't get hit by it. It does happen. Yeah, having to use flower there since lasers are pretty dangerous against Lich. Such is the movement speed that you really have to commit which way you dodge. And if the laser against the wall, sometimes you don't even have a way to dodge. Just have to use flower. Oh, RedAlice actually managing to get out of the no fire. Usually Lich struggles since the movement speed is so slow. This time managed to live and gets the card. Okay. Let's see here. Can have peripatetic. I'm spelling it right. And Fally versus Moth on stream. I think some of them aren't here, so on this part. Don't think we've seen peripatetic in a single spell either. I think they are a pretty good player, but yeah, not sure how they stack up against the others in this tournament. Here we have a Hood against Sun, which is a matchup I'm not too familiar with either side. Go for like the mid-rangey spam abilities type of characters, I think. Pretty similar in that sense. They're a bit different. Hood is like a bit more like focused attacks, I think, like closing down one point with the basics and kunais. Sun is more like closing down an area, I think. Other than that, it's like pretty similar, these two. So far, peripatetic does have the lead here, as I say that, bonking on the wide. Cursing players. Yeah, as we can see, both are playing like for the middle here, staying around the mid range, as both characters enjoy that range. Sun can also like benefit from going into melee, but it's also a bit hard against Hood, since Hood does have a lot of movement speed, so Hood doesn't get caught in the pancake waffle breakfast combo as easily. This time though, when the screen is pretty small, then can still work, as you can see. Peripatetic does get the first card. And Telika managing to control the middle a bit better, getting some hearts off peripatetic. both using their defensives in the melee range. And yeah, Telika does get the card without taking a hit actually. I don't have much to say here. Just both are hoping that the other does get hit with the combo of abilities. Currently Telika is up 2 hearts. I think that Sun does get a bit of an advantage when the screen gets smaller, so it might be hard for Peripatetic to come back here, and does lose the final heart. Now we have Fally and Moth. I'd love the 2 tournament hosts who have hosted before me. Ooh, Frost Mirror, which is pretty cool. I don't have much to say, it's just you know, who can who got missing the stun wave at the start, but yeah, this like this, just who can bait the other into walking into basics, basically. Or yeah, get a stun wave when the other isn't ready to stun wave back. I do really like this watching this matchup, since it does seem like they're both just they're running around with the brain of just throwing abilities. And obviously there's a lot of thought behind it, but it's just funny to watch when they're circling each other, around each other in melee range. Moth down to 1 heart. And Fally does take it. Yeah, Fally does have the buffed fights, I think. I think 1 game is still going, maybe. I think, not sure. It's not reported yet. Okay. Can give 1 more minute to Guago. If it doesn't show up, maybe can skip this round. Yeah, everyone has to do their best to wake Guago up. See how the tournament is going. Okay, we're halfway, I think. Round 7, yeah. Should be like around halfway. Okay, I think gonna just give the win to Shadowpelt since it doesn't seem that Guago is showing up right now. Okay, move on. Okay. Can have vice versa Butcher. Can't type. And versus Ink. On stream. Yeah, I think we need to make some space. I think Vice can't fit otherwise. Maybe. Yeah. Guess I should stay on Discord as well. Getting Guago will be cute. Oh, why am I evil? Okay. I see. Stream. Okay, yeah. I'm assuming that the watcher does not enjoy this matchup, but yeah, do have to be a bit evil sometimes, I guess. And I think it is pretty tough for Hood to play against this type of storm. Even more annoying than Hood itself. Just a storm that zooming around. but sure, he's managing a bit better now to not get hit by the melee basics of Vice. Oh, but now does take one hit. Yeah, the white also. Yeah, it's tough one, I think. Not much to say there. Okay. Frost against Storm. I mean, yeah, this is a bit of a weird one for Frost, I think. Since, yeah, you just mostly have to survive. It's hard to get hits on Storm, at least at the start. The walls aren't small yet. You can just use your roll and stun wave to survive until then. Yeah, currently Link struggling with getting walled. Roll is pretty useful in this matchup since you can like, unless the basic is like you have to roll through it through the center, you can like still roll through the edges of the basic, which is, means you can pass through most walls unless they are like fully full of the basic. Yeah, still a hard matchup. Busy laughing. I mean, this like Inquisition plays Storm and Axem plays Frost, I think. So yeah, switching roles there. I think Bob and RedAlice might still play. No, I think they're done. Okay, yeah, we have next round. Can have RedAlice versus u-RYO, and Shadowpelt versus peripatetic. RedAlice and u-RYO are both here. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think at this stage of the Swiss tournament, it seems that some matchups are getting a bit less even. Some are still pretty good, I think. So yeah, maybe 14 rounds of this might be too much, but yeah, we'll see how the last rounds go. Yeah, right now there's still like some good matchups, it seems. Or I guess even skill. I mean, good to play against the players not your skill level as well, but yeah. Aqueduct, okay. Different map this time. Okay, Lich and Hood. Pretty expected, I think. I haven't played this matchup in a while actually, since I've been playing more Frosty recently. Yeah, so don't really remember how this goes. I'm pretty sure I just Lich has to move around a lot to get the good setups. The Hood is trying to stop it. As we can see, RedAlice has to use Flower on the edge of the screen, which does give the advantage to Hood. u-RYO does get the first card pretty quickly there. Yeah, one thing that can help here is kind of like with depth, you can just wait for the walls to get smaller in order to get better offense against Hood. But I mean, I think you can still get hits before that as well. This time, yeah, u-RYO down to 1 heart already. u-RYO does come back, even though the taking some hits at start. Okay, then we have Shadowpelt and Peripatetic. Okay, they're both here, yep. So far maybe AFK, okay. No Shadowpelt's here. Yeah. Have to wait a moment maybe. Okay, there we go. We have a Wyrm against the Sun. Okay. I think we've mostly seen this played with Vice and Telika. That case, Wyrm was really trying to get close to Sun. Which Shadowpelt is also trying to do, it seems. It is a tough challenge though, since Sun's melee can still be dangerous. Although yeah, if you do manage to get past the initial offense of Sun, the kinda runs out of tools. Wyrm is better in the close range, that's the case. Yeah, you have to get to that point first. Oh, barely. Low fire is too early. But it's actually, Wyrm does get some hits on Sun, but yeah, you really have to be, I guess, careful in the close range. Yeah, you can't get near them stuff. Okay, I think these rounds were pretty quick, so yeah, we have to wait a bit. Oh, I have to. Okay. Brosner. Okay. I think one game is still going, maybe. Oh, I think they finished in the tar lobby. I have to wait a second for them to report the result. Yep. Can have round 10 now. Who should we have? Can have BobTheBobbitStorm and J-Peter versus u-RYO on stream. Okay, Lich against Storm. Lich has to be pretty aggressive here, I think, to not get the wall too much. Not sure if Evin's usual defensive playstyle will work here. Since yeah, in round start is the hardest, I think, but after that as well, you can use Flower to destroy walls, but usually it sometimes isn't enough. So you still should be fighting for the middle of the screen. Since yeah, the 10-second cooldown on Flower isn't enough to destroy all the walls. Now that Evin does have a better setup, it is harder for Bob to get walls and checkmate, but they're still getting the final hit there. It was starting to get pretty dangerous for Bob. Since if Lich does fill the screen with butterflies, then it's as easy for Storm to move wherever she pleases. So yeah, Lich does kinda scale, but yeah, has to get to that point. Even down to last heart, might have to get a bit more aggressive here, but can't really. It's, yeah, tough matchup. If tough matchup to play as Lich, I think, since you have to play it a bit differently from how you would, like most matchups. I usually just run around and like yeah, instead of building a setup with a lot of thought, since Storm usually forces you to move around a lot. Okay, G-Feather and Ryo. I think Ryo... Oh yeah, he's here, okay. No, it's Hood against Sun, okay. Seems the J-Feather is playing a bit more defensively. Probably waiting for the walls to get smaller, since I think Sun does get a bit better, smaller walls. This matchup at least. They're also going for the melees is really good against Hood. mean, I don't think I have much to say again. So yeah, both are mostly just playing from far away, it seems. These diamonds are proving really deadly for u-RYO, it seems. Has to use Vanish to get out of them this time. Yeah, you can't always rely on that. And Shayfighter does take it. Now we can have Bob versus Moth. And I guess Butcher and Shadowpelt, maybe? No, we just had Shadowpelt. No, I guess fine, yeah. Versus Shadowpelt. On stream. More fan. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, we have a depth against Frost, which is a bit annoying for Frost since he's hard to get close to depth. Yeah, you can't. It's really hard to get a good offense going. Also, yeah, stun wave can't be punished with basic. It's stun wave doesn't delete it. Usually just have to bait out depth abilities. If can't do that, then it's pretty hard to play. Oh, nice lime stun wave there. Stun wave can save you from some basics, but you have to time it right. Kinda like with no fire, I guess. And like parry it. Yeah, Bob does take this one. And then Watcher and Shadowpelt. Can watch the Watcher. Oh god. Okay. Oh, split. Split. There we go. Yeah, Suit don't really want to go into melee range, so Shadowpelt's aggressive playstyle can be pretty annoying. But if you can punish it, then you do. I mean, you can punish it. That's what I'm trying to say. Right now, Shadowpelt is up 2 hearts and does get the first card. Yeah, you can see Watcher playing a bit more carefully now and does manage to take the second card. Since these characters are both very fast, there's a lot of just Wyrm trying to catch Hood with the Void and Hood like hoping the kunais stop Wyrm from moving too much. Right now Shadowpelt is up a heart in this card. Vanish coming through to not get hit by Nullifier. But now Nullifier will come off cooldown earlier. Off down to 1 heart. And Shadowpelt does take it. But it was pretty close. Okay, I'm guessing that Axemon can have, yeah. Round 12 then. Who should we have? Can have RedAlice versus Peripatetic. And Vice versus u-RYO. Okay, another food against Lich. Seems that RedAlice really has the playstyle of using flower defensively more. Which, yeah, I mean, not sure if I agree with it, but if it works, it works. Since yeah, I think flower can also be used really good as a area control in the middle, which RedAlice also is using now. Yeah, if you can stop food from moving around as much, it is more predictable where she will go. So you don't really have to worry about each angle that she could be coming from. Oh yeah, I always hate it when you place flower at the start and then kunais don't get deleted. It's always annoying. Since kuna is like, I think they can't be deleted for like a bit when they're spawned in. So yeah, you think that they might be, but they're not actually. It's always annoying. Peripatetic does win there. Then Bison Rio. Supernova. Okay. He was playing Lich this time, okay. I mean, yeah, I think Lich can be pretty good against Storm if you know what they're doing. As I said, yeah, I think it's pretty different from how Lich is usually played, but it is pretty good matchup if you use the flowers aggressively and take space. Yeah, bonking on the white there, but otherwise Rio was doing pretty good at keeping Vice away, but yeah, it does bonk a bit. Okay, running straight into Frost or Storm might not be the best strategy, since Storm does have the big basics. Yeah, sometimes you just have no other option, so yeah, it does happen. Yeah. You can see if there is around 13, not sure. Challenge did warn me that there might not be. Okay, there is. Yeah. Can see here. Can have I guess Fally versus Tommy. And Moth versus Ink. 1 stream. Obviously, because you're also an expert, Tommy. Just wanting to put fair matches on stream. Oh, it's around 13 now. He's doing pretty good at avoiding getting cold. But I mean, yeah, as the screen gets smaller, it can be harder for Hood. Before that, I do think that Hood is pretty decent, since it can be hard for Storm to move through the fight sometimes, the fast movement speed. When the screen does get small, then Storm does get pretty dangerous. Banish barrel not up yet there. Only 1 second cooldown, I think. I do think that Hood might have to play a bit more aggressively, so otherwise Storm's wall just will keep on coming. So obviously it is tough to get out of that position when you're already in it, and yeah. Fally does win. And now Ink gets the Frost Mirror trying to get before Axem. This time we see a lot more passiveness in the mirror. This is also an option. If Frost wants to play more passively, then you can just use basics from afar. Just a competition of who can dodge better. So far, Moth fan does take the first heart. Yeah, this is in Frost mirror is cool, but this type of mirror is a bit I mean, yeah, fun to play, but it's not as easy to commentate since there's just a lot of microing. Oh, the sun wave. Thought it wouldn't hit that early, but guess it was timed right. Ink coming out of the hit stun, yeah. Or hit invulnerability. Moth and catching nice stun wave there when Ink is not ready for it. Ink getting the stun wave advantage. Does get the hit. Moth still up hard. And the Void seals the deal. Again. Okay, and it seems that there is also around 14. Very nice, very nice. Can have Telika versus Shadowpelt. And JPL versus RedAlice. I think someone might have to leave the lobby maybe. Might be full. Don't think anyone is leaving right now. Okay, it seems everyone is already in game. Okay, we can just have a RedAlice and J-Feather on stream. Oh, the Edge Mirror, okay. Haven't seen this in a while. A lot of this is just filling the screen up with as much of your butterflies as possible. We can see both of the players are going for widely spread out butterflies, which means that nowhere is really safe for the opponent. Also, you can use flower to delete the butterflies as well. J-Feather managed to make a wall, sort of. So RedAlice has to stay in the edge of the screen and does get hit for it. Both players managing to keep the butterflies splayed out, but so far J-Feather hasn't gotten hit so far. Yeah. Oh, the audio got out. Okay. Can finish the game without music, I guess. Okay, back that. Game is finished anyway. Okay. Yeah, so that's about it then. Can wait a bit longer for people to maybe who were interested in my future plans to come into the stream before I talk about more important stuff. But yeah, hope this was fun. Not sure. I think the Swiss format worked pretty well. Maybe a few less rounds would have been good as well, but I think 14 rounds was also fine. Guess it depends on the amount of participants as well. Since yeah, in the end it did feel like there were some less even matchups. But yeah, guess yeah, I won't be hosting many tourneys the near future. We'll be taking a bit of break since I mean, might not seem like it, but I mean, I don't usually do stuff like this. I really really shy person actually, but yeah, it's somehow just the need for tourneys overtook my my fear, and somehow we're here. It was really fun hosting this, but yeah, I think I need to take a bit of break since it is pretty stressful to host these types of things. Not used to having this much attention on me. Yeah, it's fine. It's I enjoy it as well, this hosting. I think single spells I mean, they might return at some point in some form, but I mean, the last round robin showed me that this matchup this format doesn't work with all player counts, so can maybe refine it a bit. The Swiss format seemed like pretty fine. Maybe I'll try this as well in the future. Also, maybe some new interesting formats. We'll see if I come out with anything good. Yeah, I mean, thank you again. I wouldn't do this for any other community. I think this just I really really enjoy people we have here. I wouldn't be hosting without this all this support. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'll still be around in the lobbies. So yeah, I mean at around this time I'm in the lobbies a lot of the days. So if you want to just play, you can look in the 24/7 lobbies. Yeah, I think maybe Moth will be hosting some tourneys as well, so passing the torch over, kinda, I suppose. Since yeah, one reason that I did host was that no one else was hosting. I just like having tourneys around. So yeah, I hope that's fun for others as well that I was hosting. Yeah, I do want to come back to it, but we'll see at what point when I'm ready for it. That's about it, I think. Yeah, I'll see you around then, the lobbies, wherever. Yeah, goodbye for now.